何？
Alright, hey guys, welcome and happy Tuesday. Hey, you're in the Gaming Lifestyle Lounge. I'm your host, America's #1 online video game personality, Ben, the Parvinator, Parvin.
Apparently, I'm an idiot.
Apparently, I'm an idiot. I did not properly save last night's stream, the save for it. Thankfully, we didn't make it very far. Whoops. That means we get to say hello to the Great Deku Tree and, oh, damn. Yeah, that means we also have to watch him die again. Damn. Well, you know, you win some, you lose some. Glad we get one more chat with the Great Deku Tree. Yeah, sorry about that. This is, I'm playing this off of an EverDrive part that I have, and I forgot that I'm supposed to hit the reset button in order to actually save the file once I'm done. And I went over for the power button, and I think, honestly, I hit the power switch, and then I think I knew before I even pulled my hand away from the 64 that I'd screwed up. And I was like, okay, well, unless this thing somehow didn't do what it's supposed to do, you know, some act of God has occurred, then our save file is gone. And sure enough, I started it up, and yeah, it was gone. But that's okay, we're gonna do it again. How are you guys doing? Happy Tuesday, welcome. I feel not that great. That's okay, I'm hoping the healing powers of the game of the century can get me back on my feet. Let's go ahead and drop into the game. Glad you guys are here, welcome. Boo, boo, boo. Love the game so much, I want to play the intro twice. Well, with that being said, I will, you know, we took the scenic route yesterday. I will try to speed things up a little bit today. Yep, here we are. Lucky us, we get to create another name, another file here. Alright, one more go of it, shall we? I have put a sticky note over the power button so that if I were to go and try to hit that switch again, that would be in my way. It's a little reminder. Yes, alright. At a certain point, I might not want to do all the VO. In the vast, deep forest of Hyrule, long have I served as the guardian spirit. I am known as the Deku Tree.
Pick up the pace.
The children of the forest, the Kokiri, live here with me. Each Kokiri has his or her own guardian fairy. Nightmares. However, there is one boy who does not have a fairy. Scary. I crank up the volume for myself here. Bam. Again, a very vivid dream. Hey, Pal Puck. Ruh-roh. Link's about to get a... What? I don't know, some Dragon Ball Z move? Navi, Navi, where art thou? Come hither. Oh, Navi the Fairy, listen to my words, the words of the Deku Tree. Dost thou sense it, the climate of evil descending upon this realm? Malevolent forces even now are mustering to attack our land of Hyrule. For so long, the Kokiri Forest, the source of life, has stood as a barrier, deterring outsiders and maintaining the order of the world. But before this tremendous evil power, even my power is as nothing. It seems the time has come for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey. The youth whose destiny it is to lead Hyrule to the path of justice and truth. Navi, go now. Find our young friend and guide him to me. I do not have much time left. Fly, Navi, fly. The fate of the forest, nay, the world, depends upon thee. All right. First person perspective here. Navi cam.
Hello.
Hello. Beebity 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 boo. She's just trying to get somebody's attention around here. Hello.
Hello.
Link's got an assortment of axes on his on his wall there. Hello, Link. Wake up. I love how hello. I don't know, her first words to Link, you know. The Great Deku Tree wants to talk to you. Link, get up. Hey, come on. Can Hyrule's destiny really depend on such a lazy boy? Navi's like, my god, what did the Deku Tree put me up to here? This kid sucks. What has Navi been doing up until this point, you know, and why her? You know, you finally woke up. I'm Navi, the fairy. The Great Deku Tree asked me to be your partner from now on. Nice to meet you. The Great Deku Tree has summoned you, so let's get going right now. Link does a little nod there. All right, a dutiful little kid. You can't go first person in here, but you can get this little zoomed in view. No records. on the wall just yet. Link's got his own little mirror here, and doot doot. Little table there. Like I said, an assortment of axes. Sweet. Doot doot. Couple pitchforks. A bale of hay? Question mark. Couple jars down there. Little dining table next to the bed. We're in, baby. Kokiri Forest. Yahoo! Hi, Link. Alright, Saria, how you doing? Wow, a fairy! Finally, a fairy came to you, Link! Wow, that's great news! I'm so happy for you! Now you're a true Kokiri, Link. Is that right? The Great Deku Tree has summoned you? It's quite an honor to talk to the Great Deku Tree. I'll wait for you here. Get going. Go see the Great Deku Tree. Yeah, I mean, I'm curious, yeah. Did she have any backstory? Is today her, the day of her birth? Every Kokiri and their fairy have a symbiotic relationship. Begins at birth for both of them. Please come with me. Alright, we're gonna go get ourselves a sword. Now, I really took my time with all this stuff yesterday, but, you know, I want to get us at least to the point we left off yesterday. Maybe it'd be nice if we could get further than that. But I will have to, maybe stop to smell the roses a little less often, sadly. Less rose smelling. I've gotten a little close there, Link. He needs to get knocked around by a boulder, you know? Learn an important lesson about how to time these things. That boulder, does it do damage to your hearts? It does, doesn't it? I can't remember. Be sure to practice with it before you really fight. Hell yeah, alright, we got the Kokiri sword. This is a hidden treasure of the Kokiri, but you can borrow it for a while. Just long enough to save the world. Be sure to practice with it before you really fight. Let's get that thing strapped on. Boom. He takes a little damage from this boulder, doesn't he? Now I'm not even sure. Let's go get him hit. He does. So you can even die in Kokiri Forest. Oh, that's really funny. Yeah, I think, right, yeah, you get that, yeah, I usually do that one. There's I think you can do it over where the, there's the one with the big blocks, and then there's the, like, kind of smaller stones, the sort of two, let's see. There we go. We're already at 24 now. We're doing okay. We can go, destroy some signs over here as well. 25. There's a lot of time to be made up with just... I spend a lot of time just sort of, you know, reminiscing about the game or kind of, you know... Oops. Let's do that. No. Get the vertical cut in there. This one is the stab. Huh? Okay. Up into Mito's, right? He's got a couple chests. Yeah, the catwalk's got something. Yeah, we're already there, pretty much. Probably will be after walking in some grass. We were talking about randomizers yesterday, and yeah, you know, I know this game decently for a casual. You know, I've never speedran it or anything. Speedrun it. But Yeah, you know, like when every little chest down at the bottom of a bottle grotto or something could potentially be the one you're looking for. You know, the one that has your, you know, key item in it. I don't know it to that extent, that's for sure. Welcome. We sell shields, but not swords. Iconic line. The little, you know, I can't even see over the counter here. You'd think that they'd buy him a Kokiri accessible, you know, counter, or you know, they would have carved one for themselves. At least get the guy something to stand on, or you know, some of those kind of like those heels that DeSantis wears. You've seen those, right? Sharp looking.
We will never ever surrender to the woke mob.
I would not like to buy anything else, please. I was thinking you can jump across this part too for rupees, but actually I don't think you can. Yeah, I know with the we did that one there, right? Can you go across the other way too? That was a one. Oh yeah, you do get the get them going both ways. Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know that before. Oh, I gotta equip that shield. Hey you, Mr. No Fairy. What's your business with the Great Deku Tree? Rude. Without a fairy, you're not even a real man. Ah, yeah. Without a fairy, you're not even a real man. Nani? You've got a fairy? Say what? The Great Deku Tree actually summoned you? What? Why would he summon you and not the Great Mito? This isn't funny. I don't believe it. You aren't even fully equipped yet.
I'm pissed now!
How do you think you're gonna help the Great Deku Tree without both a sword and shield ready? What? You're right. I don't have my equipment ready, but, if you want to pass through here, you should at least equip a sword and shield. Sheesh. Link calls him a hypocrite. He's like, where's your sword and shield? I remember my cousin would always remark, I played this game a lot with my cousin Jake growing up, and when we played this intro, he'd always remark that he liked the look of the sword by itself without the shield backing as well. It does look smooth. They would wisely, in Majora's Mask, they'd give him the, you know, a way to actually, you know, keep that sword hilt, to keep the sheath, keep his sheath, you know, a scabbard, whatever, on his back. Here, you know, he's just got some magic Velcro or something. They'd give him that cross strap. Scope it out, man. I got everything you asked for. The sword and the shield. Ichigo, what's up, man? Welcome. How you doing, buddy?
Oh!
Hey, what's that? Oh, you have a Deku shield?
Oh!
And what's that? And what's that? Is that the Kokiri sword? Well, good grief. Well, even with all that stuff, a wimp is still a wimp, eh? I, the Great Mito, will never accept you as one of us. Shoot, how'd you get to be the favorite of Saria and the Great Deku Tree? Huh? Grumble, grumble, grumble. Yeah, we get to do it again, Ichigo. Hey, good thing it's a fun intro, you know, and I think many of us have probably played the first dungeon or two many times. I certainly started a lot of files, and sometimes just to start another one, kick it off, without always having the intention of finishing it. But. Great Deku Tree, I'm back. He's back from the dead, folks. We watched this guy die yesterday. Oh, Navi, thou... Oh, Navi, thou hast returned. Link, welcome. Listen carefully to what I, the Deku Tree, am about to tell thee. Thy slumber these past moons must have been restless and full of nightmares. As the servants of evil gain strength, a vile climate pervades the land and causes nightmares to those sensitive to it. Oh! Verily, thou hast felt it. Link, the time has come to test thy courage. I have been cursed. I need you to break the curse with your wisdom and courage. Dost thou have courage enough to undertake this task? Then enter, brave Link, into my mouth, and thou too, Navi. Navi the fairy, thou must aid Link. That just makes me think of the Big Lebowski and like he's running out of things to say during the funeral service. Donnie who loved bowling. Navi the fairy, thou must aid Link. And Link, when Navi speaks, use top C to listen well to her words of wisdom. He does need some introspection, Pal Puck. It seems like he's taking a lot of anger out on Link. Gotta think that, I don't know, on the inside he's hurting. Mito is, yeah. I did, Hubra, lost my save. Thankfully, we really took our time with it yesterday, so it's no big loss, really. Probably get us beyond that point, as long as I don't sit and gab about every little thing. Oh, it's got to smell really, yeah, it's got to be pretty musty in there. And now he's been cursed, too, so it might even smell a little more, less, just sort of earthen. And maybe even a little, he's got a little rot in there now, too. Look at this wall. The vines growing on it give it a rough surface. Maybe you can climb it, Link. Trying to get us killed. Alright, dungeon map discovered. Whoops. Hope you're doing well, Hubra. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. Thank you, Navi. Oh, God. I mean, you thought Jabu Jabu smelled bad from the outside, huh? Jeez. Try going inside. Ow, ow, ow. Forgive me, Master. All right. We will have to stop for the occasional sound effect. Forgive me, Master. If I give you a clue, will you let me go? When you jump off a high cliff, if you hold the control stick forward, you'll roll on the ground when you land and won't get hurt from the fall. I can't guarantee it'll work, though, if the cliff is really, really high. Well, try it if you're feeling bold. Doobie-doobie-doobie-boo. Be-doodle-doo-doo. Nice, like, breaking up or exploding sound. You hear it a bunch too during the escape from Ganon's castle, and they're showing the debris, kind of like there's one scene, where it's starting to go down or whatever, and a bunch of debris is like blowing out of the doors and stuff. Oh, no, I haven't. That'd be fun, Hubra. That'd be cool to see. Yeah, I think I was seeing something recently where someone was doing a recreation of, I think it was like a Hyrule Castle Town scene or something, based on some of that, I don't know if it was footage or screenshots, that were out before the game came out. Man, I will say this, when you see those earliest shots of like, I remember some of the earliest stuff for you know, the upcoming Zelda 64 game. I remember they showed whoops, wrong way. They showed a fight with the Stalfos. I always forget about this little corner up here. Was it just a heart up there? I don't even remember. Maybe some rupees? Again, good thing it's not a randomizer. I haven't found that one in a long time. Or, because I knew that there wasn't anything there, so I haven't checked it in a while. But yeah, some of those earliest, you know, photos coming out of the upcoming Nintendo 64 Zelda game. I remember one of, like, Link fighting a Stalfos. And, you know, it really resembled those, like... Well, it looked, you know, very low poly and almost like some of those early experiments on like 16-bit systems to do 3D stuff, or you know, even those earliest I don't know, some of those games that preceded this, and even Mario 64 and stuff. There's a fighting game, I can't remember. Oh yeah, we don't need to get this guy yet. Come back. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, okay, right. That's cool, yeah. So, you know, and the dungeon stuff would probably be, if I had to guess, maybe a little bit later in development. You know, yeah, that would be cool to check out. I'll have to, take a peek at that sometime. I'll take a note on it. Check out Alpha and Beta. Don't ever try to correct oot to hot. Okay, computer? You need to know what the hell I'm talking about. That's offensive, honestly. Oops. I was gonna look back at the computer. Kind of forgot I'm in danger here. Mega Man X2 with some early 3D stuff. Yeah. Okay. Man, we gotta get to that one someday. I really enjoyed our playthrough of X. I liked that game a lot as a kid, but I don't think I beat it. I'm pretty sure I made it to Sigma stages and couldn't get the job done. Oh, that's cool, Palpuck. Man, I haven't done I've only played Master Quest one time through. It feels like something I should do sometime. I got excited when I saw that this Everdrive cart had a listing in it that said Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Master Quest. But I don't know what it is actually, but it doesn't play right. It like starts you in the middle of Hyrule Field, and it looks to me like it was some kind of, somebody put some ROM that would be used for like training the game or you know, for practice or something. I can show that to you guys sometime if you're interested. Go take a look at that. I just played X. That was it. I never played any of the other ones. And I had it for. I played it on my dad's computer way back in the day. And there was like an official release. I remember being so excited. You know, getting the seeing the big box art and stuff. When he let me get it. Pretty sure I bought that one from Best Buy or something. I think it was. This has come up before and I can't remember. I think it was an MS-DOS version or Windows 95, something like that. But yeah, I remember it having... You know what? I said that I remembered the big box art, but I don't know that that's true, or if it just kind of came in a jewel case, you know? But now that I think about it, but yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I wouldn't have known the difference. I'd say, have you played much of X, Palpuck? I'd say, I haven't played the rest of the stuff, but I would say that I did really enjoy Mega Man X. We can just proceed. Oh, well, I don't want anybody coming in and... You know, I'm not trying to get every single chest. But maybe it'd be some good practice to eventually do a randomizer. Yeah, oh, Circuit City. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you know, we had a Circuit City in town, but like we didn't make it there as much as, you know, at a certain point Best Buy was kind of our like outside of the you know, like, you know, going to Walmart or something and then going to the mall and some like game specific stores. Best Buy was like kind of our big electronics catch-all. Yeah, Circuit City was cool. I always liked getting to visit it. Coded drum tracks is melodic toms. Okay. Oh, that's funny. I'd like to hear how that sounds. Whoopsie. You gotta watch those inputs on MIDI, you know. Which voice are we using here? Yeah. Oh, I played a little bit on keyboard too. It's a hard one to do on keyboard because there's a lot of like wall jumping and you know, there's the dash and stuff, and yeah, it is more. It does. There is more to it control-wise than you know, than playing like a console version or playing it on an emulator with a you know, a gamepad. I would say I did some of that as a kid, and it was quite hard. And although I made it to the end of the game, I think I eventually got this crappy little gamepad because I was finding it really difficult to do it on the keyboard. So I feel your pain on that control scheme. Did not feel good. But with that being said, it feels right and smooth on a gamepad. Some games you can get away with it, huh? But yeah. Dustin, what's up, man? I had particular trouble like doing some of the like wall climbing and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I really like the Famicom and, you know, NES Mega Man as well, but I think for me, once there is a, I'll say there's something that comes with Mega Man X where at a certain point, you know, just like a lot of platformers, I think you get sort of a natural, it becomes more natural for you, and I did come to really enjoy it. There are some points when you're really like, I remember kind of early on, just feeling pretty derpy. I won't compare like a 1-to-1 with, you know, with Super Metroid, but that was a game to me that it felt like it took me a good portion of that first playthrough to begin to really get a feel for the controls. And I remember as a kid kind of having a similar feeling with Mega Man X, but, you know, could be worth another try sometime, Palpup. But yeah, I mean, those original Famicom games are great. It felt like a control scheme that got more rewarding as and felt smoother when as I played it a little bit more, you know, just like with Super Metroid. I remember just kind of basic, really basic getting around felt very strange, and then, you know, of course, over the course of the playthrough, that's helped by, like, you know, you get more upgrades and whirly gigs and doodads for your suit. So, you know, but with that being said, when I went and I did that second playthrough, it was like, I realized, oh wow, I see how, once you get the hang of this, it can have a real smoothness to it. Whereas, you know, that first time through, there'd be some really funny, you know, just basic platforming that was like, oh my god, I'm just trying to jump across this small gap here, and I made it look hilariously bad. Yeah. Those Famicom and NES games, they're such a fun, the platforming I really enjoy, it feels really responsive. Still trying to force myself on this new controller here. Trying a third-party controller from 8-Bit Dough. Hey, quick room in your bed. Sorry, this cat. I look over and she's just licking her bed. She'll start by, like, licking her fur, and then sometimes she's got this nice, like, you know, it looks like a very nice, comfy bed. But hey, you don't need all that. I don't know what material it is. I mean, some kind of plastic, or, you know, everything is some kind of faux fur looking material that she's lying on. Every now and then she'll start by, like, licking an arm or leg, and then she'll just start going off on the bed. Hey. Okay, I might have to take it away from her again sometime. You don't need a hairball of that stuff. Tigress, come on. Sorry, guys. This little cat didn't have much of an appetite for a couple days, and she just got it back over the last 24 hours here. Hey. About to put you on stream if you keep doing that. You're going up in my lap. Oh no, I've never played those actually. I didn't realize that connection either. Yeah, that is interesting. Have you tried those, Palpuck? Eye contact. Very important. I like how quickly it falls when you know, it just collapses immediately as soon as you put that Deku seed in it. I mean, you try getting hit with from a slingshot. Take a slingshot to the eye. Well, go, Link. Get in there, you son of a bitch. Those are, are they also Famicom games, Papa? I've seen I've seen those titles before, but I didn't know what they were. I'm gonna take that down real quick. Little Samson. Where'd my chat go? Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna... That's right, baby. 4 hearts. Hey, I can... Well, I missed it now, but I was going to say, yeah, here's a 3-heart run, yeah. It's time. I should do that sometime. I might do the first one of those off camera, though, to hide my shame. I'm sure there's some enemies that I'm used to absorbing at least a hit or 2 from, and I think, you know, you're going to have to come about those differently. Well done, Link. Oh, Ichigo. So you pretty much just put everything into... I imagine you did some shrines. You didn't go for the moonshot, did you? So you're just putting everything into... no shrines. Okay. Oh, cool, cool. I was curious if you did those and then got all the stamina. Thou hast verily demonstrated thy courage. I knew that thou wouldst be able to carry out my wishes. Now, I have yet more to tell ye. Wouldst thou listen? I think it's really cool that you can beat those games without, you know, without having to go through all that. That option is available to you. Now, listen carefully. A wicked man of the desert cast this dreadful curse upon me. And again, pay attention to the camera work in the game. It's really sweet. But yeah, that zoom into the, you know, the dark of Deku Tree's open maw, and then that goes, you know, then you see the flames here. This evil man ceaselessly uses his vile sorcerous powers in his search for the sacred realm that is connected to Hyrule. For it is in that sacred realm that one will find the divine relic, the Triforce, which contains the essence of the gods. Darkwing Duck has been one I've wanted to try, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I don't know about Cryon Conquest. In the beginning, 3 golden goddesses descended upon the chaos that was Hyrule. Before time existed, something along those lines. Din, the goddess of power. Nehru, the goddess of wisdom. Furore, the goddess of courage. I like how you see like a proto Hyrule in some of these next shots. Volto, hey man, what's up? Welcome. Din.
Hey!
With her strong flaming arms, she cultivated the land and created the Red Earth. Nehru poured her wisdom under the earth and gave the spirit of law to the world. Aurora, with her rich soul, produced all life forms who would uphold the law. Hard as hell. I don't think I recognize that title. Man, they all merged into one. You gotta check your blind spot, you know? Yeah. Yeah. A time outside of time. Well, we're asking the big questions here, Volto. What happened before the Big Bang? This is Hyrule's Big Bang. They must never allow the desert, the desert man to get his, I don't know, lay hands on the Triforce, something along those lines. Thou must never suffer that man with his evil heart to enter the sacred realm of legend. That evil man who cast the death curse upon me and sapped my power. Because of that curse, my end is nigh. Though your valiant efforts to break the curse were successful, I was doomed before you started. Yes, I will pass away soon, but do not grieve for me. Man, I'm grieving already. Come on, get to the death folder. I have been able to tell you of these important matters. It's in here somewhere. This is Hyrule's final hope.
Oh, untimely death.
Link, go now to Hyrule Castle. There, thou will surely meet the Princess of Destiny. Take this stone with you, the stone that man wanted so much that he cast the curse on me. Heck yeah. Love this music. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. You got the Kokiri's Emerald. This is the spiritual stone of the forest, now entrusted to you by the Great Deku Tree.
Well, we all are going to die.
I like the green hues up on the sort of greenish and yellow up on the Deku Tree here. The future depends upon thee, Link. Thou art courageous. Navi, the fairy, help Link to carry out my will. I entreat ye, Navi. Goodbye. See I was mentioning the like leaves that you see fall from the...
Is he dead?
Me too, Volto. Let's go to Hyrule Castle, Link. Another sappy ending. Goodbye, Great Deku Tree. Yeah, Volto, you know, my life does feel like it can be divided sometimes into before Ocarina and after Ocarina. You know, just, I mean, I got hugely into the series after that. My cousin and I shared these games together, and it just was a part of, you know, from the time I entered adolescence into, you know, got me through young adulthood. The Great Deku Tree.
Is he dead?
How could you do a thing like that? It's all your fault. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, he's a... I know, Hubra, yeah, he's already OP, isn't he, Ganondorf? And then, you know, I just imagine he, you know, like, in the next big scene when you get to visit Zelda and stuff in her garden, and she says, like, she mentions her dream, and then, oh, hey, this guy here, I think he symbolizes, you know, the dark clouds in my dream. And you see him, you know, kneeling before the king. What's he thinking about in that moment? Well, you know, he knows that he's got this game. He knows he's got it in the bag. And he's just going through the motions, you know, pretending to be Hyrule's biggest ally. Ugh, jump scare. Oh, you're leaving. Yeah. Yeah, right, Palpuck. Yeah. I knew that you would leave the forest someday, Link. Because you are different from me and my friends. But that's okay, because we'll be friends forever, won't we? I want you to have this ocarina. Please take good care of it. Yeah. We gotta keep these Aladdin and Zelda parallels coming, you know. but by all means, you don't have to come up with any more. But that's funny. All right, we got ourselves the fairy ocarina. Looks a little more peach and the one and the little icon there. I know somebody in this chat at some point bought an ocarina. It's okay, you can tell us. No shame. It's a cute little musical instrument. When you play my ocarina, I hope you will think of me and come back to the forest to visit. It's just kind of funny seeing the, like, the way her hair kind of goes under and then out with the, you know, sort of low poly look. It's cool. Volto. Yeah, I remember seeing them and you know, kind of wanting one, but then also realizing I would probably break it as well. I feel like it, you know, I feel like in that first decade of the 2000s into like the 2010s, I feel like, you know, some of that nostalgia merch was like at an all-time high, you know. I mean, it's even more at this point, but it was, you know, compared to, you know, when the games you were still in the original era for those games, there was just so much merch coming out. And it appears the time has finally come for you to start your adventure. You will encounter many hardships ahead. That is your fate. Don't feel discouraged, even during the toughest times. Go straight this way and skip everything I'm gonna say. Since you lost your save file yesterday. Yes. Yeah. I remember seeing some ceramic ones. I mean, I wanted a hook shot too. You know, a little harder to come by. All right, I'm gonna do like we did yesterday, and I'm gonna roll Link all the way. I know I could do the little back, you know, his little back stepping, but Uber bought a blue one about 10 years ago, so I was feeling nostalgic. Sounded like a worse version of a recorder, like in elementary school. Yeah, that's funny. I remember I had a friend who bought one, so I kind of felt like I didn't have to after that because, you know, I was spending a lot of time hanging out with that particular friend, and it came with like a booklet on how to play some Zelda songs, some songs straight from Ocarina, and then also like a few. I had like I don't remember any of them, but it had a few like, you know, popular pop and rock songs too, like very, you know, of course, very simple versions. But if you want to learn how to play Give Me Your Lovin', who knows, that might have been one of the ones, you know. A nice flat version of that. Oh yeah. Oh, that'd be cool. Palfuck, yeah. Yeah, our video game protagonists get all the cool items, you know? I'm stuck here surrounded by a bunch of crap. I know, Volta, the physics on the hookshot are so funny. You know, obviously games are full of kind of, you know, that's where the magic factor comes in, right? It's trust the magic. Hey, your clothes, they're different. You're not from around here, are you? Oh, you're a fairy boy from the forest. My name is Malon. My dad owns Lon Lon Ranch. Yeah, Daruma are cool. I like those. Dad went to the castle to deliver some milk, and he hasn't come back yet. Daruma. A little nest. There's a lot that, not all of them are nesting, but And then you get a whole bunch of Daruma if you buy the nesting ones, you know. You know what? We came here at night last time. And I didn't do the shooting gallery, so that is something we can try. Alright, this is really going to put this new controller to the test. It's the same pattern when you're a kid, but when you're an adult, it varies. He still got it, folks. Here comes the true test. Wonderful! Wunderbar! Bravo! Perfecto! Here's a fantastic present. You got a Deku Seeds bullet bag. Alright, baby. Heck yeah. 40 Deku Seeds. You can get up to a lot of trouble with 40 pieces of ammunition for your slingshot. We got here late enough, again, to where there's no, you know, like, you don't hear the Hyrule Field music. On this ground, time flows normally. Time stands still when you're in Lon Lon Ranch or in a town. It's been interesting to hear people talk about this remake. And some of the, you know, everybody's kind of given their, either their wish list of things they want to see in it, or, you know, sometimes it can be interesting to read what people say for the, you know, the like, oh, things that would need to change for a modern version of Ocarina of Time. Basically, like, I guess aspects of the gameplay that would be, quote, unacceptable if released in a modern game. Which, that whole premise is, you know, offends me. To think that anything needs to be changed about this perfect game. But, you know, you see the usual suspects, like, you gotta be a better way to like, take off the iron boots, you know, which the 3DS version helps with that, of course. It's interesting to think about. I mean, I wonder how much of the game are they really gonna... You know, how much... Whoops, I should have gone the other way. How much of the... you know, how close to the original is it going to be? Does it get the same treatment that that Star Fox remake came out recently got? Oh, leave me alone, doggy. We'll just, You're not the one I want. Go away. You followed between there, huh? That's funny. I can get rid of you here. Can't I? Be gone. I can't. I think if I go to, if I go back to the castle, it's gone. It'll get in the way if you go to the, if you go to the, Bomb Chew place. Oh, like, so... I don't know. I think I tend to follow, what's his name? Dompe's path. To, you know, to get the hook shot. That's his, that's interesting that there's another way to do it. That's not the one, is it? Dooba-dooba-dooba-dooba-dooba-dooba-dooba-doo. You dogs better leave me the hell alone. I'm looking for Little Richard. Oh, yeah. The playground rumors, right? Oh, I would love some extra dungeons. Yeah, there definitely was a lot of, I mean, yeah, obtaining the Triforce. That one was such a persistent rumor that And I think some people counted it as a missed opportunity, since I guess, you know, some of those early photos we got showed Link getting the Triforce. And I remember seeing this video that was like something like Link finally gets the Triforce, and it was just someone had done some kind of build or something, I think based off of some of those early shots that showed him getting it. I'm going to actually get the Triforce, you know, after all these years. Hey, Rhizone, welcome. Do 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 do. Beep beep boom boom. Oh, oh, that's funny. So like, I'm guessing when you go into the little jail, the game knows you need to have the hook shot to get out of there, so they give you the hook shot? Is that what's going on, Palpug? Little Richard. Hey, Tater, what's up? Oh yeah, she missed her little Richard. This one's quite a furry little Richard. Hairy. Dude, that's funny, Palpug. No, I didn't know about that. Dun dun dun. Anmamo, and then some kanji I can't read. Beta koto wa, some kanji I can't read. Moari masen. Oh, moari masen. Moari masen. Unfortunately, there's a couple of kanji in there that I don't know, Rhizone. How are you, man? Rhizone's international. The international man of mystery. I think one of my favorite, this is not about you at all, Rhizone, but I think one of my favorite, tropes is guy on Reddit pretending to be Japanese, you know, and, God, what was it I was seeing recently? It was like, as a Japanese person, I'm curious what people thought about... And it was something like Ocarina of Time, or, you know, it was like some huge franchise that was very popular in the West. I don't remember what it was, but and of course there's like 500 comments. Nobody's reading anybody else's comment. They're just all putting their own, you know, their own like answer to it and stuff, and like I checked the history real quick, and then it was like, it's pretty obvious that this person was not a Japanese national. Do. Mm-hmm. Is that Arabic or Farsi there? I'm curious. I gotta go look that up. Do. Scooby-Doo. I think I will speak English after this time. Yeah, Arabic. That's funny. A chicken hatched from the egg you were incubating. It's the miracle of life. Welcome, Rhizone. It was Rhizone the whole time. The girl from the ranch asked us to find her father. I wonder where he is. Now, some of these Navi hints I don't read every time, so it's been a while since I've seen some of them. I think that, you know, the weeb who impersonates a Japanese person, I feel like that's a really, you spend enough time on the internet, you're going to run into that. I mean, hell, there's one point when I This was mostly just because I didn't want to use my real name on Facebook, but I had a fake Japanese name. In no other way did I try to impersonate a Japanese person, though, but, yeah, she should have given me some Just Egg. Okay? Link's like, oh, sorry, I'm a vegan. I can't take this egg. Never had a bean bun before. A bean bun. That's an earworm, Powpuck. Oh, I did, yeah. That's new to me. We'll have to do that. Back at the guardhouse. Bonk. Alright. Wait, that wasn't close enough. That's funny. What in tarnation? It's all low frame rate since I got, I don't know, certain angles will do that. Can a person get a little shut-eye around here? Hello, and who might you be? Yep, I'm Talon, the owner of Lon Lon Ranch. I went to the castle to deliver some milk, but I sat down here to rest, and I guess I fell asleep. What? Malon was looking for me? I'm gonna catch holy hell from her now. I messed up bad, leaving Malon behind to wait for me. She's really gonna let me have it. Where are the, hey, welcome, Metroid. How you doing? Ryzen said, so I learned about pork buns and taiyaki from the anime Kanon. Canon? I don't know. Kanon. I want to eat both of those. Yeah, I enjoyed the little buns. They're tasty. Oh, these, it's funny, I don't even always notice the drawbridge and stuff here. Yeah, hey, that's funny. What dropped? That sun is booking it. Oh, I'll get this one, maybe. Maybe not. Might be gone by the time we get there. Yay. You see, like, in some of those early Pokemon episodes, they're eating some of those steamed buns, and they call them donuts, among other things, in the English version. Yeah, I wonder if that first one disappeared, or if I just missed it. I never actually... I heard the noise, but I didn't... I kind of... I just didn't clock it falling down. I didn't see it. Oh, that's cool, Metroid. Yeah. Been making that taiyaki for a long time. Well, Rhizome, I got my save file deleted accidentally. I'm playing this on a knockoff of like the one of the early EverDrive cards, and you have to. I forgot that you have to hit the reset button in order to actually save it. You know, to the little SD card in there. So yeah, I figured I thought if I got a chance earlier today, I would get. Whoops, forgot it's nighttime. I would try to get it done before we started streaming, but I didn't get that time. I was busier today than I thought, so here we are. It's okay. I mean, I hadn't done much more than this. We did some stuff in Kakariko Village, but I think in terms of time, I'm doing a lot better today. The young guy had learned the taiyaki recipe passed down for centuries. Do do. Beep 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 beep. Ba 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 ba. How was your day, Tater? Hope you're doing well, buddy. You feeling okay? Oh, damn. Well, whoops. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. Sweaty. It's a hot day, yeah. Well, come on, Link. Yeah, Captain Nemo lives in Phoenix, and they were getting a haboob yesterday. And he mentioned that they always come in two haboobs. Habibi? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, it is Metroid. I mean, you know, I think a lot of people can't fathom, I don't know, I think a lot of folks that, I don't know, I'll just say traveling to other places helped me realize some of those scales of time, you know, and places where people have, you know, been for so long, and of course there's not a ton left of the you know, remnants of the folks who lived here before, you know, before it was settled by the Europeans and everybody else. But even with that being said, you know, you can still usually see some cool, I don't know, you know, there's that is out there, but it's just, of course, so much of it was wiped out. There was a place, we got to go to this, we got to go to this festival in Moundville, Alabama that was really cool. They brought a lot of existing Native American tribes together for like a big kind of powwow, and you know, it was part of our, at a certain grade, you know, a lot of the schools in the state would get to go to that, or at least in that part of the state. And yeah, there's just like a ton of, you know, burial mounds. And yeah, getting to like see, you know, dances and oh yeah, yeah, get one rolling if you want to, Rhizone. Or it's never a race, you know, especially when I'm, you know, I'm hosting instead of, you know, just playing. But, I don't mind the updates as long as people don't try to rub it in that they're running ahead, you know? Which you don't, Rhizone. Yeah. Take your time. Sorry, I missed your BRB. Hot for you too, Palpuck, huh? Yeah, I wonder how hot it got here today. It's supposed to be like 102 tomorrow. I tried to look up weather and I just got EATHEER. Either. Alright, weather. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Currently 101. Well, damn. So probably even got yeah, at least a degree or two higher than that. I mean, kind of almost at the hottest point of the day, even though it's already 6. Yeah. I got a little sweat mustache kicking off. Well, so actually, so somebody put on the EverDrive, on that SD card that came with it, it had something labeled as Master Quest. I'll show it to you guys later. It's screwed up. Whatever it is, it doesn't play right. I think it may have been some kind of practice ROM or something, because it drops you out into Hyrule Field, if I remember correctly, and when you hit buttons, you can see like a little, down at the bottom right, it like some kind of little, you know, I think it would be some kind of like mapping to show, you know, if you were like streaming or something, you wanted to show people your button inputs, because you'll see like little blue dots sort of show up in a sort of a small space as you hit inputs on the controller. But it doesn't, yeah, it's screwed up. I don't know what's up with that. I do think people have made clean, you know, I know that the GameCube version, you know, of course is out there, but I think people have made it to be able to run on a 64, but yeah. We do. Yeah, of course, that's what you meant, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I can. I'd be curious to try it, but yeah, I haven't put anything on this cart that didn't already, well, I haven't put anything of my own on there, so that's the next step, is to give that a shot. I'm sure that there is a clean ROM that could run on it, you know. But I haven't. I'm honestly, I'm a little afraid to take that SD card and do anything with it. I suppose I could. At some point, I need to see about setting up my own or getting a backup. You know. Is that a fairy? Then are you from the forest? Hey, thanks for hanging. I'll, you know, in terms of like reading the lines and stuff, I'll do a little more of that as we get to the stuff we haven't seen yet. I'm really trying to get us through this. Do you have it? I do have the spiritual stone. Just as I thought. I had a dream. In that dream, dark storm clouds were billowing over the land of Hyrule. But suddenly a ray of light shot out of the forest, parted the clouds, and lit up the ground. The light turned into a figure holding a green and shining stone, followed by a fairy. I know this is a prophecy that someone would come from the forest. Yes, I thought you might be the one. Oh, I'm sorry. I got carried away with my story and didn't even properly introduce myself. The Quest Master. That cover of the Game Master, you know, which one's the real one? That was great.
The Game Master.
You shared that to our Discord. Yeah, oh man, I bet. Again, I got a kick as a kid out of naming the file Zelda, so she'd just say strange. It sounds somehow familiar. Okay then, Link. I'm going to tell you the secret of the sacred realm that has been passed down by the royal family of Hyrule. Please keep this a secret from everyone. Don't be a blabbermouth.
Oh!
Legend goes like this. I love the roar of the goddesses. The three goddesses hid the Triforce containing the power of the gods somewhere in Hyrule. The power to grant the wish of the one who holds the Triforce in his hands. Interesting how they worded that out. I guess to kind of make space for the goddesses flying up through it. If someone with a righteous heart makes a wish, blah, blah, blah. If someone with an evil mind has his wish granted, the world will be consumed by evil. That is what has been told. I like Zelda just going blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So the ancient sages built the Temple of Time to protect the Triforce from evil ones. Yeah, there you go, Rhizone. A virtual console, the gift that keeps on giving. That's right. The Temple of Time is... I like that. The one of the goddesses, Palpuck. Is that what you're saying would be an isekai? Isekai. That's right, the Temple of Time is the entrance through which you can enter the sacred realm from our world. But the entrance is sealed with a stone wall called the Door of Time. And in order to open the door, it is said that you need to collect 3 spiritual stones. And another thing you need is the treasure that the royal family keeps along with this legend. The Ocarina of Time. Yeah, with any controller other than the original 64, it's just some of the stuff that you do in this game in first person, the mirror shield as another example, outside of first person, but yeah, it gets hard. I'm playing this this is a new Nintendo 64 controller I bought recently. I wanted to give it a shot. I prefer the original one I have, but thought I'd try it out. The 8-bit DO 2.4G wireless. She was spying through this window just now. I think this guy might be the bad guy. Maybe even the boss of the whole game. I will look through the window. Versus Parvin. Don't you do it, Rhizone. Mods. Can you see the man with the evil eyes? That is Ganondorf, the leader of the Gerudos. They hail from the desert far to the west. Though he swears allegiance to my father, I am sure he is not sincere. The dark clouds that covered Hyrule in my dream, they must symbolize that man.
Whack!
What happened? Did he see you? It's supposed to vibrate there. Don't worry, he doesn't have any idea what we're planning. Yet. Yes. I told so Link's like, and you told your dad about this dream, right? So you get the ... Yes, I told my father about my dream. However, he didn't believe it was a prophecy. But I can sense that man's evil intentions. What Ganondorf is after must be nothing less than the Triforce of the Sacred Realm. I missed your comment, Metroid, about the indoor plumbing. That's the true hero of time. Whoever invented that. He must have come to Hyrule to obtain it. That he wants to conquer Hyrule. No, the entire world. Link, now we are the only ones who can protect Hyrule. Please. Yeah, this is the first time you get the... Well, at least in one of the major games, this is the first time you get the name Ganondorf, huh? But I'm curious if it came up in any other media out there before. I believe you, Zelda. Thank you. I'm afraid. I have a feeling that man is going to destroy Hyrule. Yeah, maybe they decided to be a little more blunt with it this time after the whole, Aghanim in A Link to the Past. He has such terrifying power. But it's fortunate that you have come. We must not let Ganondorf get the Triforce. I will protect the Ocarina of Time with all my power. He shall not have it. Do 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 beep ba ba do beep da da deep. Oh, it is. Yeah, I guess someone in there. The man's name was Ganondorf. Let's see. That's right. Boo boo boo. Person who rediscovered the Golden Land was Ganondorf, the evil thief. Luckily, he couldn't figure out how to return to the light world. Then she says, you are the only one who can destroy Ganondorf, the thief. No, Ganon, the evil king of darkness. That's right, I had forgotten about that. Good call, Palpuck. I found some old Game Facts thing. Old Ganny, as we call him. I will protect the Ocarina of Time with all my power. He shall not have it. You go find the other 2 spiritual stones. Let's get the Triforce before Ganondorf does, and then defeat him. I remember that dialogue now, too. That's funny. It's been too long since I played that game. Oh, Ganny Han. Yeah. Well, I just got your comment about well, yeah, the king is like, crazy story. My daughter has been having this recurring dream, and she thinks that you're the dark storm clouds, that, you know, you're gonna like try to take over the world. I don't know, something. Ganondorf's just like, oh, you know how kids are. Dude. Wake up. Wake up versus Parvin. How can Hyrule's destiny depend upon such a lazy boy? I am Impa of the Sheikahs. I am responsible for protecting Princess Zelda. Everything is exactly as the princess foretold. You are a courageous boy. You're heading out on a big new adventure, aren't you? My role in the princess's dream was to teach a melody to the one from the forest. This is an ancient melody passed down by the royal family. I have played this song for Princess Zelda as a lullaby ever since she was a baby. There is mysterious power in these notes. Look at those captivating red eyes. Now listen carefully. Her, like, this little, like, torsion she's doing with the... Yeah, really, yeah. Yeah, some of the secondary characters, I'm really interested to see what they do with the remake, you know. Oh, Rhizome, so are you playing that, you're playing that on the Nintendo Switch Online? Is that right? I did my first playthrough way back in the day for you guys, maybe 2021 or something, or 2022, and I played that version of it, and I struggled the entire game. I was playing it on a Pro controller. It wasn't the controller's fault as much as it just never felt right, you know. So I feel your pain on that. Like, I was struggling to the end of the game. I was still making mistakes that were, you know, truly the fault, I swear, the fault of the control scheme on, you know, the modern, the button remapping on a controller that wasn't built for that. Take a good look at that mountain. That's Death Mountain, home of the Gorons. You should go there. They hold the spiritual stone of fire. At the foot of Death Mountain, you'll find my village, Kakariko. That's where I was born and raised. You should talk to some of the villagers there before you go up Death Mountain. The song I just taught you has some mysterious power. Only royal family members are allowed to learn this song. Remember, it will help to prove your connection with the royal family. The princess is waiting for you to return to the castle with the stones. All right, we're counting on you. All right, we're counting on you. And she's gone.
No good!
Goodbye. All right, guys. Hey, we just talked to Zelda. We got our Zelda's Lullaby. At this point, you can go to Kakariko, huh? You can also... can you... Is the stuff with Saria available at this point? I'm curious. do they make you, do you have to take the letter first before you can go and meet Saria? I think that might be a step in there. Anyway, I got to get a little break in. We're already making a better pace than we did before. I'm going to save the game, and I'm actually, just because I screwed this up yesterday, I'm going to hit reset and show you guys what this EverDrive cart looks like. Well, knockoff cart. So that I properly save this game. I'm going to hit the reset button. How about a triple save? All right. It should be good now, but we'll go ahead and drop back into the game. Dude, all my legally owned, you know, I should say all the copies of my legally owned video games. What a collection. Oh, here's that funky master quest I was telling you about. Something's weird about it. It doesn't play properly, but anyway, maybe I'll show that off a little bit later. Let's get back into this. Oop. Let's confirm. Yeah, I wonder what is the trigger. I think maybe Navi tells you at this point, you know, that you got to go to. Then again, you know, you can disregard that stuff often, but yeah, I'm curious. We're about to start in Kokiri Forest, so. Beep, bump. There it is. All right, we're saved. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, we're saved. All right, guys, thanks for hanging. Hey, happy Tuesday, guys. I'm glad you're here. I had to think about what day it was. Just, it's been a heck of a day. As you can see, I'm dancing over here. I'm ready for that break. Woo! You guys should get a break too. We revived the Great Deku Tree and then killed him again. Now it's time to get on with our quest. So, all right, guys, I'll see you back here in a few minutes. Thanks for hanging. Hey, if you're on YouTube and you've enjoyed the stream so far, would you think about hitting the like button and subscribing if you haven't done so already? Thank you for that. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to take a break. I'll see you guys back here in a few minutes. BRB. Hey guys, what's up? Happy Tuesday, good to see you. Hey Dixie, what's up? Yeah, I don't have a Switch 2 yet. I don't think I won't be getting one until at least the end of this year. But I mean, I have enough games to play as it is. But yeah, it's pricey. How you guys doing? Welcome to part, let's call it 1.5 of Ocarina of Time. I deleted yesterday's save file. Poof, it's gone. I just love playing the beginning of this game, you know? So here we are again. We've almost made it to where we were last time. And a little bit faster. I still read some of that dialogue, you know? It's not a game to be rushed, okay? You hear me, speedrunners? Ah, sorry, I'm just being mean.
What a dick.
Anyway. Alright, let's get into this game. Tuesday. Yes. Yeah, I know. I appreciate it's always nice to see, you know, like every new game brings some new folks around. It's always nice to see, you know, people return for something else later. Feels good. Thanks for popping in. Funky Kong's Master Quest, yes. Oh, you know, I guess I could show you guys that, speaking of Master Quest, if you want to see that janky Master Quest that's on this EverDrive knockoff. I'll show you that now. Do 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 do. Here it is, Master Quest, clocking in at 64 megabyte cartridge. If it even loads. Okay, finally. So, okay, right off the bat, like I hit the start button and then it skipped over that beginning of the intro and went to this part of the intro. We're off to a good start, huh? Can you see the little blue dots down at the bottom? Whenever I hit a button, like whenever I hit one of the... You'll be able to see it when I get into a file a little bit better. I don't know what this is. I did not do this, but this file was on here. I don't know if I've ever started a new one on here or just checked that one out. Well, hell, let's just drop into that. See, I think it's like a practice ROM or something. You've got some spots you can drop into. Do 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 do. How about spot 7? The number 8 mapping on here. Spot 7. All right, Zora's Domain, baby. It seems to be a little more functional than it has been before. Now, if I just go and I start a... So, okay, look down below the map. It's showing inputs there. You see that, huh? So I'm hitting C buttons and stuff. B gives you the little green. Yeah. So somebody here has put some kind of practice ROM. Now, I don't remember what happens if we start a new game. I can't remember if I ever tried that, but yeah, look at this. You've got it. We got some great stuff. We've got a weird egg and a pocket egg. A blue, green, and red potion. Very colorful. One bean. Let me just try to start a new file on it. If it just goes into the, it is quite weird. Wait, we have the bow? Oh, funny enough, you have the bow icon there, but it pulls up the slingshot. No, this is a totally different, it's a totally different game that's listed here. Rhizone. So yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with our file. Let me pop into that one more time and try a new game. I won't stick in it for very long if it just goes into the intro, but I don't know if I ever started a new file or if I was just kind of blown away by seeing, you know, seeing the OPP file. You down with OPP? Hitting start glitches it out since it sends you to that part of the intro. Alright, my name is D. Let's go. If it's fully playable, that's one thing, but I'm curious. Wow. What? So they've added the ability to skip cutscenes. I'm hitting buttons, of course, to do that, but yeah, they've added some kind of like cutscene skip. Yeah, I played, you know, when I got that promo disc with Master Quest on it, I played it at around that time, but I only played it all the way through once. I don't think I ever started a second file. I will say, at the time, I was really up on my Ocarina physics and gameplay and whatnot, and I didn't find it necessarily... Well, it wasn't as hard as I would have liked. And it was cool to see some different arrangements for the dungeons, you know, like things in different places. I thought that for whatever reason, maybe it was just a bit of luck, but I got through the water temple. I was kind of surprised. It felt easier, or it felt like, I don't know, maybe I just hit the right flow on it, but I was a little bit disappointed with Master Quest. At the very least, it's you know, I have a curiosity about it. I'd love to play it again sometime, but it didn't necessarily feel like a harder version of the game to me at all. But then again, you know, like I said, at that point, I was pretty seasoned. I was a pretty seasoned Ocarina player, so I appreciated some of the dungeons and having their items mixed around a bit. I mean, maybe you can play through this whole thing. Interesting that they added that cutscene skip. It says we have all the Skulltula in Kokiri Forest. That's funny. Whoa. Yeah, more like practice stuff here. Interesting. So this is item. Oh, so we're playing around with our item slots? But the first one is rupee. Change your rupee count, I suppose. What is that? Sobi? I can't quite make out that one character on the left there. Kentate? Map. Furin. What is this? Saire. Saki. I don't know. They're kind of small for me. Ocarina. So learning the Ocarina songs. This is interesting. Correcto. Correcto. Collect. Kinsuta. Is that what that says? Kinsuta? kakure. Kakere? Yeah. Do 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 do. This is not how you're supposed to play the game. No, it is not. All right, let's back out of this. That's funny. All right, we'll get back to our vanilla version here. I've been curious to check that one out even more. Yeah. Ocarina as it was meant to be experienced. Bum ba bum 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 bum. I haven't watched a lot of speedrunning for the Zelda games, but the little bit that I saw for this game, especially if it's like an any percent thing, man, they just do so much, like, you know, having Link, like, you know, jump up against something, basically fall all the way down to the, you know, use his sword and bounce off and, like, fall all the way down to the pit where the boss is. There's so much of that. Oh, yeah. Let's check real quick if there's any games you guys want to see, and then we'll move into the actual game. We have Disney's Tarzan, Donald Duck. Donald Duck going quackers. I didn't know these games existed. Looks like I don't see Hercules unless it's got its own, you know, it doesn't say Disney on it. Hercules, The Legendary Journeys. All of those journeys. Harvest Moon, Hexen. Hey You Pikachu. I couldn't play much of that version because I didn't have the microphone, and we had the Japanese version. Most importantly, I had the microphone, which, you know, or I should say did not have the microphone. That was the main barrier, not so much the language. We got the Glover games. I never played Earthworm Jim 3D, but I heard it was, it's rough. Biddy boop beep boop. Doot 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 doot. Looks like they don't if it had, you know, Disney in the title. I didn't see anything else around there for Hercules. Bum 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 bum. Yum bum bum bum. You know, I enjoyed Jet Force Gemini. That's a game you don't really hear a lot about anymore. I enjoyed that one at the time, and Nintendo put out this VHS that got me pumped for it as a kid. Nintendo Power did. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, GoldenEye is fun. It's one of those you hear a lot of people say it hasn't aged well, which, you know, you could say that about a lot of games based, you know, depending on what your criteria for that is, but it was a lot of fun as a kid. I enjoyed the solo stuff too. It wasn't just about the multiplayer for me. And then when Perfect Dark came out, we did mostly, my friends and I mostly switched to Perfect Dark. Yeah, you add a new dimension to some of these platforming and action franchises, and you're it's it doesn't always work, like for Earthworm Jim. Bum 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 bum. This is how we played. I used this cart to play Rogue Squadron with you guys. I have the Japanese cart for Episode 1 Racer. My buddy got that for me when he went to Tokyo last year. Do 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 do. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah. Well, it was worth checking out, Pal Puck. Thanks for asking to see if it's on there. I was definitely big into wrestling around the time of the 64, and I had a ton of fun with mostly I played WCW NWO Revenge. Or no, I think this World Tour one first, maybe? can't remember. Ooh. Poppin'. Yeah, Sin and Punishment I've noticed on there. Oh, I can favorite stuff. Does that put it on that home page? Let's do that for Zelda. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, Jet Force Gemini. Okay, it's on the Switch Online. That's right. I've never played it on there. I had Ken Griffey Jr.'s Slugfest. Actually, there was one that I think there were 2 Ken Griffey Jr. titles for the 64, possibly, but I can't remember. And as a kid, I thought it was cool how they had like these, you know, 3D renders of like the modern baseball, you know, the ballparks and stuff. And my dad watched a lot of the Atlanta Braves as a kid, and I remember, you know, I went to see their games a couple of times, and it, you know, they did faithful recreations of the ballparks. Pretty cool for this era. I had some ancient game on our you know, my dad's computer well before that they had, like, you know, all the actual ballparks and stuff, and there was some little, I remember some little cipher thing, like a, you know, a few wheels that you spin around. It's got a little open window on it, and I think you could use that to yeah, this little paper thing. I don't remember what it was used for, but I think it had like the names of the ballparks. And I remember thinking that Candlestick Park sounded cool as a kid. Wow. All right, here we go. We'll jump back into Ocarina. Oh yeah, I don't think I've played that one, Pal Puck, but I've heard that that one is pretty cool. All right. Chameleon Twist is on there too. I know you brought that one to my attention recently, Pal Puck. And Chameleon Twist 2. All right. We're back at it. You know what? I'm curious right now if, you know, we were talking about sequence earlier. Can we go learn Saria's song now? I'm really curious if you can't do that until after Darunia, or, you know, well, we don't have her song yet, so we'll go that way. Beep beep beep, bum bum bum, da ba ba da bum, da ba da bum. Come on. There we go. I played a little bit of the Nintendo 64 version of Dr. Mario. I think it's Dr. Mario 64. I liked that one as a kid, but I had really enjoyed Dr. Mario for the NES too, so. Okay. Was it for PS1 or something, Pal Puck? Do do do, Scooby Doo. Let's play Simon Says with the Skull Kids. Do 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 do. Down, A down. Down, A down. Down, A down. Down, A down, up. Down, A down, up. I won't stick to your tempo, guys. We're in a hurry. Down, A down, up. Right. Down, A down. That was quite a nice session. As a token of our friendship, please take this. Got a green rupee. All right. A lesser hero would walk away and think that the game is over, but we know that there's more to it. Down, right, left. Yeah, when we found that other Hercules game, I was thinking that's interesting if two of them made it to the 64. Down, right, left, right. Right, left, right. Down, right, left, right, left. Down, right, left, right, left. Down, right, left, eh. That was quite a nice session. We're just having a jam sesh with the Skull Kids here. Alright, here's where it gets tougher. Oh, that's cool, Rhizone. I know that stuff can get lost over, you know, over all the years, so... Down, up, right. Buck Bumble. I remember that game. I never played it, but... Down, up, right, hey. Down, up, right, hey. Up, right, hey. Down, up, right, hey. Doo-doo. Do-do. Down, up, right, hey. Oh shit. Oh shoot, it was up after that one. Darn. I got a little freaked out at the very beginning of it. But, you know, if you're... I was still trying to, like, repeat it in my head as the third version came through. Hey, down. Gonna have to let this cat out in a second. Back to start. Lay down, lift up, hey. Okay. Bingo, got it. All right, sorry for my little humming there. That was off key half the time, but we got our piece of heart. Hey, give me 1 second. I've got a little kitty that is begging to get out of the room. Okie dokie. Cool. Got that done without too much of a problem. That felt like a pretty easy pattern, honestly. Bum 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 bum. Get that camera back. I rented Beetle Adventure Racing. I see it get mentioned sometimes on Reddit, and it's a game that's better than you might think, just based on the title. You know, I don't remember a ton about it, but at the time I liked it, and I think it kind of, you know, punched above its weight. And there's a lot of racing games of that era, but that one was pretty good. I'd like to give it a shot sometime. Dude, I'm pretty sure that one's on our cart here. Link, good to see you again. Listen to this. Hoot hoot. After going through the Lost Woods, you will come upon the Sacred Forest Meadow. That is a sacred place where few people have ever walked. Wow.
Oh, gosh.
Shh, what's that? I can hear a mysterious tune. You should listen for that tune too. Hoo hoo. And what a tune it is, you know.
Game Master.
Shh.
That's a great fucking record, man.
You tell him, Brian. Brian's a fan. He thinks it's a hot beat too, just like Darunia. Thank you for repeating your information there. I do not want to hear what you said again.
Zoinks!
If you're courageous, you'll make it through the forest just fine. And if you're not listening with the sound up, you're screwed. I think that one's a little deeper in it. Palpuck. Dude. Whoops. Wrong way. Beep, 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 beep. Ba ba ba, doopy doo. I would like to do 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 do. Do 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 do. She's telling us to go to... Oh, yeah, she's mentioning Saria at this point. So that is the next hint you get from her. Of course, you... That's funny. If you... Yeah, here's our meadow here. The Mask Grotto. If you... You know, if you just listen to Impa, she tells you to go to Kakariko Village, but Saria... You just gotta listen to her every now and then, you know? I know people... I know she gets annoying. But she tells you where to go. People get... I've just seen people play this game and be like... I don't know. They're not reading what is presented in front of them, and they're not using the obvious hint system that is built into the game. And they're like, oh, I don't know. How am I supposed to know to play this song before the guy? Yeah, there's more to do once we come back and we have our bombs. You can drop down to where that little mask one is, or where the mask game is, or you know, all the Deku scrubs down there. It's not a mask game. I was struggling for a yeah, the Deku Council. Yeah, if we had our bombs. Bee-da-boo, ba-dee-ba-doo. Ooh. Stab him in the back. Yeah, it was good, Rhizone. Beetle Adventure Racing. I haven't tried it since I was a kid, and I only rented it back then, but I really think it was pretty fun. Definitely beats the heck out of Cruisin' USA for the 64, which is too bad. Well, they tell you that Jabu Jabu likes fish, don't they? And then I feel like there's an NPC that mentions that. That's not to say that, like, you know, in a playthrough you catch every line or anything. Some of the stuff is still more obscure, and, you know, what one person catches, another person might miss, and not really by way of not being, like, not necessarily by them being, you know, not thorough enough. They give you a whole lot more to go on this one than some of the stuff in the original Zelda, of course. Whoops. Goodbye. Drive on Mars. Heck yeah.
But nobody could have expected what was to come.
Yeah, well, I for some of the game I did too, because either by way of just, you know, I didn't at this time, like, I got the guide at some point, but I'm also playing it with my cousin. It's a very social thing, and I also, with Ocarina of Time, I you know, and I think that there's nothing wrong with this either. And I think as a kid, I was, you know, I didn't have that sense at least when I played Ocarina. This changed for Majora's Mask, but I didn't necessarily have that sense of, oh, I don't want anything to be spoiled, or I wouldn't want to know what's to come, just because I was so blown away by the game and the art. And, you know, at some point I got that perfect guide by Versus Books. The title escapes me, but I think it was like the official perfect guide, I think. I've been waiting for you, Link. This is the Sacred Forest Meadow. It's my secret place. I feel this place will be very important for both of us someday. That's what I feel. If you play the ocarina here, you can talk with the spirits in the forest. Would you like to play the ocarina with me? Yes, or don't do it. But that is to say, like, I wanted to even see what was ahead sometimes, just to look at the art, and, you know, I just wanted to learn everything I could about the game, so... When I got to Majora's Mask, I did want to play through it without a guide as much as I could, you know. Huh? How boring. Come on, play along. Okay, then she just goes right into it. Okay, try to follow along with the melody I'll play. Are you ready? I'm gonna have to let the cat back in now. Thankfully, I'm glad she has an appetite and went to get something to eat. A little fast food. Doopy doopy doo, you put doo doo doo. She came in like, "Rrr." Rrr. You didn't think I was gonna let you in?
Oh, ye of little faith.
Great, great. Please don't forget this song. Do you promise? Come here. You want to sit with me? Hey, come here. When you want to hear my voice, play Saria's song. You can talk with me anytime. Yeah, exactly. Did I phrase that as a question? You don't have a choice. Sit your ass down and learn this song with me. You've learned Saria's song. Saria. What the hell? I just heard something come from my phone. I heard a haha. And I looked up to see, like, at the little window at the top. It looked like something was playing, or... that's... I don't know what's going on there. When you want to hear my voice, play Saria's song. You can talk with me anytime. I didn't call anybody or anything, did I? No. I don't know what is going on. That is weird, I don't know. I thought I heard a laugh come from my phone. What do you want to hear my voice? Play Saria's song. You can talk with me anytime. We do, you do, 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 do. You want to talk to Saria, right? I'm pretty sure she's like, hey, I'm here. You know, talk to me in person. Link, this is Saria. Can you hear me? I don't mind talking to you using the Ocarina's magic, but I'd really like to talk to you face to face. I think so. A creepy pasta, at least. Do you want to talk to Saria again? Well, I looked down and I saw, I have an iPhone, and I looked down and I saw like a little orange light up at the top where it tells me sort of what's playing, or the little bezel, I don't know. It's up there. I don't mind talking to you using the Ocarina's magic, but I'd really like to talk to you face to face. Got my phone hacked. What could be up there? Probably nothing. It does look cool. I love the, like, you know, top of the forest temple up there. Just do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. I might be Palpuck. This is what I get for my irreverent, you know, playing of a lot of these Japanese games. I did too many references to Miyamoto and his, you know, teeth sucking when he goes into a meeting and tells them they need to basically rewrite the whole game. Oh no. It's just disrespectful. Alright, so we're kind of doing things the long way, but that's okay. Hoo-hoo! Did you learn an Ocarina song from Saria? That's funny, Rhizone. The melody seems to have some mysterious power. What did you do? Like, were you like looking stuff up, or being a good co-pilot? There may be some other mysterious songs like this that you can learn in Hyrule. If you hold the ocarina with C, where a melody is necessary, a musical staff will appear. I recommend that you play a song you know. Okay, yeah, so right there telling you, like, hey, if the musical staff comes up, play something you know. I also suggest that you play even when a score is not displayed. Just like this. Woohoo, hoo, 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 hoo. What a beautiful melody. I'd love to hear that again, please. Melodies you've learned will be recorded on the quest status subscreen. You should memorize those melodies. Left a coin behind him, didn't he? Oh yeah, that's helpful. I haven't played much of that. I saw Reebs, you know, we raided into Reebs a time or two as he was playing some Pal World. Pokemon with guns. Beep ba 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 doo bee. Aw, this cat is already lying on her bed down here and just like propped up on her arm. And well, her leg, I guess. Front leg. Her arm. I'm glad she's eating more. She, last couple days, she hasn't had much of an appetite. But I think sometimes when she'll just go through that. I mean, I guess kind of like us, you know. Sometimes you're not as hungry. I mean, I'm pretty hungry.
Looks
a lot
like
of times,
we've got company.
Hey, Mur, come on in. What's up, guys? Welcome. I know you might be getting hit with an ad right now, but yeah, come on in, Raiders. Mur the Moth. What's up, guys? Welcome. Hello. Hey, Mur, what's up? Oh, it's going well, especially today. Yesterday, I screwed up and I deleted our save file, so whoops. I'm playing this on a like an EverDrive cart knockoff, and I absolutely, yeah, I forgot to hit the reset button like you're supposed to on this cart, and yep, I went poof. But yeah, we're back at it. Thankfully, yesterday I like really took my time and was just like, you know, a lot of time, and you know, there'd be like dialogue up on the screen and we're just talking for 5 minutes during it. So, you know, we're already caught up at this point, but yeah. I put a sticky note over the power button today so that I don't do that again. Yeah. Yeah, some of the earlier EverDrive versions, you had to hit the reset button to like get it to properly save. And after that, it's reliable, but it, you know, you just got to remember to do that. So, yeah, totally. Yeah, we had hardly done anything. Just the, you know, first dungeon and talk to Zelda, a little bit of stuff here in Kakariko, and then that was it. Yeah, how are you guys? Welcome, Raiders. Thanks for coming in with the raid. You know, of course, I know you just got done with your stream, so by all means, you know, take a break if you need it. But yeah, welcome, guys. I'm curious what you were playing. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so I'm doing, this is off of my 64 here. I'm doing original hardware. The way that we're capturing it is with a RetroTink 5X Pro. Is that the name of it? But yeah, we're doing a 1080 output on it. But yeah, it looks solid, doesn't it? I really, what is it? A RetroTink 5X. I forget the title of it, but yeah, it's not that newest one that's like 4K, but yeah. Oh, cool. Point and click. Oh, awesome. Oh, a dinosaur game. Hell yeah. Oh, that's cool. How far along are you guys through that game? Man, I haven't done a point and click game in too long. My dad didn't play a lot of games, but there was a game by LucasArts called Full Throttle. It was a point and click adventure, well, like, you know, really story-based game about this like biker that was left for dead. Oh, that's cool. I enjoyed it as a kid. The storyline was a lot of fun too, and when I beat it, it was a very satisfying ending. I think one of my favorites, just in terms of how happy I was to see the you know, how the bad guy gets it in the end. Well, yeah, it was. I remember as a kid, you know, thinking that I really enjoyed the, you know, the pixel art and stuff. It was cool. Fond memories of that one. I think they put out a remastered version of that somewhat recently. Yeah. Oh, we don't have our bottle yet. That seems familiar, Palpuck. One of the commands, huh? You could He'd reply like that, yeah. Yeah, it looked really impressive, you know, like, I didn't play a ton of games on the computer back then. So, you know, going from, like, my NES or a friend's Super NES and then, you know, playing that, I remember thinking, like, this looks really sweet. This looks good. Oh, we'll go to the graveyard, I guess. That makes sense. They did. I'd like to play more of, you know, kind of point and click stuff. But yeah, LucasArts was on fire for really a long time. Yeah, I'm glad you guys, glad you're enjoying the game you're playing. And yeah, once again, stay as long as you can. You know, by all means, if you need to get your break in, we understand. I'm usually spent at the end of my stream, so. Oh yeah, I'm glad you guys are here. I'm curious for those of you, anybody who joined, you know, I've been asking everybody like how they came to this game, or, you know, did you play it as a kid? You know, for me, it's one of those games that sometimes I think I can kind of divide my life into the before and after. Before I played Ocarina, after I played. And, yeah. Oh, for sure, Murr. Yeah, well, hey, 4 a.m., damn. Yeah, you gotta be spent. Well, hey, thanks for dropping in, and yeah. Yeah. It's a big one, yeah. I had played a little bit of some of the other Zelda titles prior to this over at my cousin's, and it all seemed so big and scary and cool. I remember looking at the map for the first Zelda game over at his place, the little map that came with the instruction booklet. But this was the first one that was my own, you know, my own full Zelda adventure, and yeah, it absolutely blew me away. I loved it. Oh yeah, it's taught you English. Oh, awesome. These games are good for that. Like, absolutely. I got some practice on a lot of the Japanese. You know, I knew hiragana and katakana, but over time, some of it faded a little bit, and, you know, this was one of the games that kind of helped me get in the Japanese version, helped me, you know, brush up on that, and it's very helpful. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Yeah, it's interesting because I was actually curious about this, because I was thinking that in, I was curious about, like, you know, Spanish versions of games and when Nintendo, especially in Latin America, when did Nintendo make that switch? Because I think for a very long time they were just releasing the English stuff. You know, and then maybe for PAL they might do like a regional translation, you know, but it seems like, you know, Nintendo of America and what we got, those of us in the Americas, it seemed like it was, you know, all the English stuff for a while, huh? But yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's interesting. I guess some of the PAL versions too would be coming out a little bit later, and of course we couldn't play that, you know. Well, you know, being that it was PAL. Those guys got screwed. Europe, Australia, Oceania, yeah, I feel for you. Celine said, got the game as a kid, loved it, completely fell for the fake Triforce myths. Oh yeah. There, I remember seeing a very convincing, you know, a screenshot way back when. Let's go talk to Sharp and Flat. Oh, they're not here, I guess, until we, can't really deal with them until we, go down into their grave here, huh? Yeah. Pokemon games came and oh, interesting, okay. Yeah. Man, I wonder what year that, because that's interesting, because, like, I know Europe got them, I think, even later than the US. It was like 96 in Japan for, like, those first games, and then 98 is when Red and Blue comes to North America. And then I think it might have even been like a little more time before it made it to Europe. But yeah, no, of course there's no distinction between like PAL and stuff when it came to the Game Boy, so yeah, that's funny. Right, using some Castilian dialect. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's cool. I love that you really honed your English skills with this game. I think on the back of the box, it even, I think I remember, I know that Pokemon said this, but I think Zelda might have too, that like basic reading skills were required. You know. I remember that for sure with Pokemon, but there might have been a similar, you know, disclaimer for Zelda. Yeah. Celine mentioned French. Oh, cool! Awesome. I would love to play some other. You know, I've played the Japanese and the English version, but I would have loved, that would have helped me practice my Spanish in high school if I'd had some games. I tried to find some music and stuff that I was into, but that would have really helped me with my Spanish, to have a game, something I could really dive into. Cinemoth, huh? Okay, we're just gonna hop through the green goop. Everybody's favorite characters here, the Redeads. This room looks awesome. Yeah, sounds good, Mur. Thank you for coming through. I hope you have a good night. Thanks for the raid, and yeah, take care. Get some sleep. Hopefully your dreams are less, you know, violent and more restful than Link's. Yeah. Thanks for coming through. We'll see you around. This poem is dedicated to the memory of the dearly departed members of the royal family. Oh, I wonder what that is, Palpuck. A rising sun will eventually set, a newborn's life will fade. Uh-oh. It's getting dark, guys.
Give me a hell yeah!
From sun to moon, moon to sun, give peaceful rest to the living dead. I said it yesterday when we did this for the first time, but I love Navi's like, this is an interesting poem, huh? Oh, it's just, wow, pretty deep. Something is inscribed on the tombstone. It's the secret melody of the Composer Brothers. Keep the sun song in your heart. I'm curious what that plot entailed, Valpuck. Doo-doo-doo.
That's what I'm talking about.
Got the sun song. Makes life a lot easier. Oh, daylight. You've learned the sun song. Restless souls wander where they don't belong. Bring them calm with the sun song. Has there ever been like an actual, you know, sort of alphabet parallel? Or have they always just used the, I know that these are just like, you know, random, but I don't know. I haven't played a ton of like Tears, and I went through Breath of the Wild, but it was kind of a fever dream, a very long one, with huge gaps in between playthroughs. But yeah, we need the like the Star Wars script I think it's Auerbesh or something. Each one of those corresponds to, you know, a letter of the English alphabet. So you can actually read. At a certain point in all the Star Wars material, they started kind of making that consistent. Oh, that video about him. Maybe I'm better off not knowing that video about Mito. Because right now I gotta... I mostly just know him as that jerk. Who, like Palpuck said, needs a little introspection. Spanish for everyone. The edutainment game with a controversial plot. Maybe that was the controversial plot. Oh, you gotta read it. You gotta just read the grave to get... That's all you do to get them to hear, I guess. That's right. Ah! Gonna get Link killed. Whoops. Gotta whack him with the stick, Link. Come on. You know this. Yeah, I often forget to do that, Horizon. Yeah, you killed me. Whoops, skipped all his dialogue. We read it yesterday, though. We're gonna get to, like, the same exact point as yesterday, except this time, Saria's song. Hooray. Come on out, Flat. Flat doesn't want to come out to play. Yeah. Well, you get it's funny because I realized you get just that little bit of extra dialogue if you go to him without the sword and shield. Well, again, I can't play for too long tonight, but let me just finish up the stuff here in Kakariko Village, and then we'll have to wrap it up tonight. I'm glad I could stream. I was feeling really crappy earlier today. Thank you guys for your patience, the late start times. I also, for my own sake, I need to find some kind of balance with, like, how much work I want to do when I, you know, to set up for these streams. Because as much as I would love to theme every stream with, like, the appropriate songs and visuals for the part we're about to go to, it can be a lot of work. I think I need a template that I can kind of keep for a while. You guys never ask for that stuff. It's all just my, you know, it's kind of my own perfectionism. Alright, let's go get some Kukos. Hey, you know what? I'm kind of struggling right now. I'm going to get just a super fast break. We'll come back and we'll do the Kakariko stuff, and maybe we'll even get up and talk to Darunia just to knock that out. Alright guys, BRB, I'll see you soon. Let's go to this one. Let's see. Yeah, go here. See you in just a couple minutes.
problems.
Hey, thank you guys for hanging. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to the stream. Oh, it's not a case of the Mondays. Get out of here. Just trying to hit this button. All right, this is part 1.5. I lost my save file yesterday. That's okay. We're back at it. And we're arguably further along today, so let's get back into it. I've got about another 30 minutes or so to play, maybe a little less. So, let's get some Kukos. And I think I'll get us up to Darunia. And then it's gonna be time to call it. That's right. Man, why didn't they just call the days of the week? Yeah, just have each one start with a number, you know? Make it so much easier. Oh yeah, sorry, I missed some stuff while I was out. Yeah, right, so honestly, that's why I didn't want to. I've used like Parvinator as the name before, and I think I've played on stream with it, you know, with my name as well. And honestly, I just got a little tired and self-conscious of saying my name over and over again. You know, just especially some of the parts where like at the end, for instance, when Ganondorf is, spoilers, Ganondorf is going into the yeah, he's going into the sacred realm or getting trapped in there or whatever, and he's Benjamin just over and over again. Curse you, Benjamin. Doobie-doo, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Yeah, exactly. I like to collect Kukos. I only saw it, I've only seen it once, you know, around that time. So I don't remember it well at all, you know. I don't know if I remember any like specific lines or anything. Curse you, Benji. I did one file. I don't know if I started this one on stream just to do it, but I did one, I did one file named, you know, Parvinator with the 8 for the, well, the 8 part, you know, very elite speak. And, yeah, it was not great. Even just seeing that every time, you know, just was, it got old. Okay, don't jump in the hole here. Oop! I didn't want to do that either. Isn't there still one inside? Maybe I got that one. I can't remember. Okay. That's funny, Rhizo. I don't know if I remember that, but... It's funny how the little things can scare you, you know. You know, I don't think I even saw Little Nemo around its like original time. I want to say that came out possibly. Let me look at the release date, unless anybody. I'll just look it up real quick. Wait, you said Little Nemo, not Finding Nemo. Okay, I've actually never seen Little Nemo. I'm sorry, I totally went to the other Nemo. Another Nemo. There's a few of them. I didn't learn about Little Nemo until a couple years ago, and my wife asked me if I had seen it. I'm seeing Adventures in Slumberland. Was that the original title? Yeah, 1989. Yeah, okay, right. Yeah, so I think maybe... So outside of my wife mentioning it to me, I think, yes, one time, maybe it was even you, Palpuck, was mentioning the game, and I totally did the same thing, you know. Oh, Little Nemo, huh? Yeah, you mentioned the... I think you mentioned the NES game somewhat recently. Well, it's funny, Rhizome, because you said it scared you as a kid, and I was kind of thinking, like, now, I don't know your exact age, but I know that we're not that far apart in our ages, you know? I was thinking, like, he was a kid for Little Nemo, huh? I don't know. Yeah, right. Yeah, I learned a little bit about the origin of it, but that's only been kind of recently. Trying to dial in the sound effects for myself, or the you know, I guess the game feed. Game audio. One thing I'm going to try to experiment with is just trying... I've had some complaints before and requests, humble requests, to try to mix everything higher. I am aware that when you're watching on YouTube, or if we if we're on Twitch and we do a raid, I'm aware that often we're a lot quieter than whatever we're going, or whatever video comes up next, you know, or whatever stream comes up next. And that can be quite jarring. We've raided in before, and people are... They don't have to be yelling, but especially if they're yelling as we raid. I know, it's harsh. So I'm trying to find some ways to raise everything. You got an empty bottle. I'm like an empty bottle. If you know, you know. Okay, let's see. We're at 8 now. We gotta make it dark. Doo-doo-doo. Scooby-dooby-doo. 35 million budget, but 11 million at the box office. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. I just caught your comment about Ray Bradbury. Not yet. We've got 8 so far, so we need a couple more. I know we can go get. We still. I didn't get them all at nighttime here, so we still have a couple more to get. I think we got the one behind their house. Yeah. I'll get this rock pulled up. I love how quickly he bottles something too. It's just zoop, it's in. So we didn't actually talk to this guy yesterday, but let's do it now. I like how he raises up too when you come near. People are disgusting. My own father and mother are disgusting. You must be disgusting too.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Man. This guy's the average YouTube chatter. No, just kidding. I wasn't sure I could say YouTube or Twitch there. Either way, I don't mean it. And remember, you guys are the good ones. Both platforms have their problems. Troubled development must have helped them rack up that big budget they had for it. Or all that money spent. We haven't talked about Moana recently, mostly just because everybody... I haven't brought it up just because it's everywhere. Everyone is talking about... And yeah, of course, I mean, I agree with the popular sentiment of like, wait, what? What? I haven't seen a single one of these Disney live action. And I'll start off by saying I'm not a Disney head to start with. I'm not a Disney adult. I wasn't much of a Disney kid, honestly. But I haven't seen any of the live action stuff, and none of it interests me really. If I had kids, you know, it might be something else, but I just got a cat. Mickey Rooney's on it, huh? That's funny. But yeah, what the hell, man? The cartoon came out 10 years ago. I only just somewhat recently saw Moana, you know, for the first time. Maybe a couple of years ago. So we need one more, and we've got the sculpture on top of the ladder, and then there's another one that's, I think, up there in a box. Too close. Well, it had some star talent attached to it, it seems. That's interesting. Miyazaki was in it? All along the watchtower. Windmill looks sweet. Does it have a door right there? I'm not talking. Of course, I'm not talking about the one at the base, but like, you know, higher up the windmill. I've heard. It seems like maybe that it's better known now than ever. Little Nemo. Is it like a? Is there kind of some like critical acclaim for it? And somewhat recently, I feel like, I don't know, my little knowledge, my small amount of knowledge about it seems. I've heard it mentioned a couple times. Yeah. Don't go tilting at them. They might be giants. Link's gonna get his fair share of giants in the next game. Jeez. That wasn't. I forgot their little melody. Okay, go to the Skulltula house. Woo. Jaw popping. jaw-popping daddies. That could be something fun to watch. I can't remember if my wife has seen it before. I'll have to ask her tonight. I'm starting to get a headache. Ouchies. That's okay. We're going to wrap this thing up soon. The curse has been broken. Thank you. Here's a reward for you. Yay. Yeah. Oh, true. That NES game would bring it, yeah, to more people's awareness. Oh, you got to get your slingshot, and then you can just shoot it down from there. Either I think you can Z-target it or freehand it. Yeah, they want you to use, I think you get it in that room, huh? So they're kind of like putting an obstacle for you right away. Yeah, no worries. I'm not feeling that great either, Ryzone. I don't know what it is. I went for a jog on Monday, and from the very beginning, and sometimes it's like this, even if I do try to do the same amount of jogging, you know. But every now and then it'll like hey, Mango, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, every now and then the algorithm pulls through, you know. But yeah, how are you doing? Happy Tuesday. I skipped this guy's dialogue at first. Eh? Eh? Oh, I see. You're just a kid, and you can't read yet. Ha ha ha. Wow, what a jerk. Let's show him that letter. The road is closed beyond this point. Can't you read the sign over there? Sir, I've got a letter signed, sealed, and delivered. Well, maybe not delivered, but signed and sealed by the queen, or the princess. Oh, this is surely Princess Zelda's handwriting. Well, let's see. Okay.
Came in here. No problems.
This is Link. He is under my orders to save Hyrule. Yada, yada, yada. He just laughs at us. What kind of funny game has our princess come up with now? Okay, okay, all right. You can go now. Just be careful, Mr. Hero. Nobody takes Zelda... You know, her dad doesn't take her dreams. You know, the king doesn't take her dreams seriously. He's sitting there trying to firm up an alliance with Ganondorf, even though Ganondorf is, you know, plotting the plotting the invasion of Hyrule. By the way, Mr. Hero, if you're going to climb Death Mountain, you should equip a proper shield. It is an active volcano, after all. If you go back to Hyrule Castle Town Market, you should check out the bazaar. They sell the shield you need there. Tell them I sent you, and they should give you a special discount. Yeah, I'm glad you did too, Mango. Welcome. We're going to be wrapping it up somewhat soon. But yeah, going to be back at it on Thursday. Now, I'd like to ask you a favor of you. No, I don't expect you to do it just because of the great tip I just gave you. I'm just asking. Have you been? How bizarre. How bizarre. Have you been to the Happy Mask shop that just opened as soon as you gave me Princess Zelda's letter? You know, like a few seconds ago? Everyone is talking about it. My little boy pesters me for a popular mask, but I don't have time to go there. So, could you go and get the mask for me the next time you're in the market? If you don't feel like it, that's okay, but... Well, I have no choice. This is my job. Sigh. He's got a great outfit, too. A couple of Triforce logos on him. That might even be like a... I was going to say, is that a chain? But no, it's just like built into the armor, the one on top. He's got some chain mail. Hey guys, this is proof. Hey, next time somebody tells you the Nintendo 64 has muddy graphics, show them this beautiful NPC here. Again, he's got the standard issue bicycle shorts. Nice greaves too. A couple of Triforces on those. I don't know about the shoes. He kind of lost me with the shoes. No, anyway. Oh yeah, what is it, Rhizone? Such he does have, yeah, he might have had a little bit of lip filler. He's an interesting guy. Clearly makes up this story about his child wanting a mask and proceeds to wear the mask. Okay, you know what? For the sake of time, I better get us up the mountain and talking to Darunia kind of quickly. Yeah, he might have had some filler. Oh, oh yeah, you gotta, the bean, I guess, is just past that boulder, huh? The plot. Whoa, bogus Donkey Kongs. Get my crate back in here before that clumsy bazaar parks it on the rocks. I love Funky Kong. Oh. Kind of forgot all about that guy. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna just get us down to Darunia kind of quickly, and we'll fully explore this area. I'll get the bracelet, and then we'll go open up the entrance to Dodongo's Cavern so that we're close to all this, but I better just go ahead and kind of get down to him for the sake of time. Where to read what this pedestal says? Looks like something used to be in this stand. Alright. Put something back in there. You can jump inside the pot too. It will just like reset you. You'll get the like meow, or you know, whatever that noise is that plays when you drop into the void. Once it's opened up, you can drop into it. Doo-doo. I'm glad you guys are here. Happy Tuesday. I'm gonna be back at it on Thursday and Friday. At least I hope to. I've been feeling kind of crummy. I was gonna mention earlier, I went for a jog on Monday, and I just, from the beginning, it just felt like in Dragon Ball Z when they're in the hyperbaric time chamber or whatever. I felt like I had the, you know, a lot of extra weight pushing down on me. The gravity was turned up. And then I had to run some errands yesterday. I did it on my bike, but it was quite hot and stuff. And although I drank a ton of water, I don't know, man. I think I just kind of got myself a little worn out. I also had a good jump scare because some doofus on a Lime scooter, like, they had to slam on their brakes. We had the green. I'm in like a bike lane here, you know, and it's one of those that's like kind of separated from traffic with the bollards, and then they park cars on the other side of the bollards. So, you know, I feel pretty protected from the cars. I'm waiting at this stoplight. We get the green. I don't think I even take off right away. You know, I took me a second to oh, okay, you know, it's time to go now. And then I hear, you know, like the brakes of this guy on a Lime scooter. And if he didn't, I mean, he stopped, but he was like he was on the sidewalk and he was about to just come right through the intersection. the thing is, like, there were cars to my right. Like, this guy would have died if he had not stopped. You know, if he hadn't hit me, maybe I would have broken his his momentum. But I actually looked at him and I like yelled the F word. Really just out of like, oh crap, like, oh shit, I'm about to hit this guy, you know, like it was really just total surprise. Because I look up to see, you know, I'm hearing the brakes or whatever, and yeah, the guy almost like plowed right into me. And I was like, I just yelled a surprise F-bomb, and he's like, oh, you're good. And then for whatever reason, I don't know, I wanted to joke with the guy a little bit or something, and I was just like, oh man, I saw my life flash before my eyes. And he's like, you're good. And I'm like, at this point, I'm taking off on the bike, and I was just like, the rest of the bike ride, I was like, I'm good. Are you good, homie? You almost like rode your Lime scooter. You almost, if you hadn't hit me, you would have, I almost definitely gotten killed by the cars that were taking off at this red light, or this now, you know, green light. But I just love, you're good, you know. Anyway, that was my excitement for yesterday. I didn't mention that before the stream, but... What in the heck? Who are you? When I heard the song of the royal family, I expected their messenger had arrived. But you're just a little twerp. Yeah, I can lose my cool, Dustin. I can be an angry man sometimes. That's one of my, character flaws. Quick to frustration. Has Darunia, the big boss of the Gorons, really lost so much status to be treated like this by his sworn brother, the king? Man. Darunia's like, I get no respect. Now I'm really angry. Get out of my face, now! Yeah, this guy is mad, huh? Are you asking why I'm in such a bad mood right now?
I'm pissed now!
Ancient creatures have infested the Dodongo's cavern. We've had a poor harvest of our special crop, bomb flowers. Starvation and hunger because of the rock shortage. I like how the text like instantly comes up for these, the whole thing, instead of the, you know, parsing it out. It's like he's just really shouting at you. But this is a Goron problem. We don't need any help from strangers. What about a little help from the healing power of music? Oh yeah, Dustin. No. Yeah, a little glimpse of the rage. The dark side.
That's a great fucking record, man.
You knew that one was coming. Oh. Oh. Come on. Come on, come on, come on.
Oh my God.
Hot. What a hot beat. It is a hot beat. Wow. Yeah. Yahoo. We've had a few Yahoos in this game. He's got some great moves. Just imagine the guy animating this, you know? Hey, what a nice tune. Just like that, my depression is all gone. Something just came over me. I suddenly wanted to dance like crazy. I am Darunia. I'm the big boss of the Gorons. Was there something you wanted to ask me about? He's like snapped out of his rage now. Bum 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 bum. What? You want the spiritual stone of fire too? Jeez, everybody wants that thing. Spiritual stone of fire, also known as the Goron's ruby, is our race's hidden treasure. But hold on, I'm not gonna give it to you that easily. If you want it so badly, why don't you go destroy the monsters inside of the Dodongo's cavern and prove you're a real man? It's like, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. That way everybody will be happy again. If you do it, I'll give you anything you want, even the spiritual stone. I have something for you. I'm not really giving you this in return for anything, but take it anyway. If you wear this, even a little fella like you can pick up a bomb flower using A. I know, you know, all jokes aside, is it really that hot of a beat? It's more of a cute little melody than a hot beat, necessarily, but you know, you never know what music these guys have been exposed to up here outside of their own, you know, very drum-heavy, you know, percussion-heavy Goron music, so maybe he's thinking about how he could give it a hot beat if you just give him some bongos. You got the Goron's bracelet. Now you can pull up bomb flowers. Stand next to one and use A to pull it up. Yeah, they didn't get... What does the fox say up here on Death Mountain? Destroy the monsters in the Dodongo's cavern and become a real man. Then we can talk about the spiritual stone. Well, it's interesting, I mean, just to think about, like, you know, for so much of human history... It's not as if every person had, like, you know, like, easy access to hearing music, you know, outside of, like, someone's voice, or, you know, maybe in their village they might play some drums or something, but, like, well, yeah, especially, like, you know, music from elsewhere, you know, maybe if you're lucky, a traveling group of minstrels came around, you know. Oh wait, this one is oh yeah, we can stop. You know what? I'm just gonna save most of the stuff that we can do here for later. I need to get us out of here. I'll go. What I'll do is this is like where Big Goron is, huh? Big Goron. I can't remember what's what. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and get us into Dodongo's cavern so we can save and quit there. I think this is where the big guy is. Yeah. Let's go inside the Dodongo's cavern using a bomb flower. Alright, let's do it. We'll come back and blow that guy up. Ba-ba-ba, doopy-doo. That song is an earworm, you know it's true. Yes, you do. That's true. I think I can, I'm just gonna come back and do the stuff that I can do in just a little bit. We'll get us... I can go ahead and blow the entrance to Dodongo's cavern right here. We'll just pop in. That might still blow it up. Should be good. That Goron's got to be like, what the hell? Oh, look, I like seeing some of the boulders just kind of staying up there. Nice. I do, Dustin. Yeah, a little. Sometimes rolling, You know, the speedrunners out there, it's annoying. They'll come past me hopping backwards. I never liked that technique. It doesn't really work for me, but that's kind of what separates us, you know, casuals from the speedrunners. You put a bug in a bottle. A bug in a bottle. Ding, 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 ding. Alright, we can get in here and save, and it will bring us, you know, when you save in a dungeon, you get to start there when you fire up the game. I don't think we even have to blow the entrance here to get the... I don't think we have to have the Dodongo's Cavern text pop up for it to let us save in here, but why not? I might go for a run tomorrow, we'll see. I skipped it today, I actually slept in. I was gonna say earlier, I think I just kind of got myself sort of exhausted yesterday. Bitter Beetle Bottle Battle. Oh, that's a good warm-up. Okay, with you guys as my witness, before I screw this up, I'm gonna hit the reset button. I put a sticky note on top of the power button so I don't make that mistake again. I'm gonna double check that our progress was saved, just because I have a little bit of drama left over. Oh yeah, wasn't there a way to like make this a favorite? Oh, whoops. I have a few tongue twisters I use to warm up. I memorized a bunch back when I first started doing voiceover stuff, which I have not done in a long time. But still do the warm-ups. Around the rugged rocks, the ragged rascal ran. Around the rugged rocks, the ragged rascal ran. Big black bug met a big black bear, and the big black bear bled black blood. Can I cook a proper cup of coffee in a copper coffee pot? Should be inside Dodongo's Cavern, and we are. Cool. Alright. We will, I'll come back to Goron City and do all that fun stuff. You know, fun stuff we missed. Yeah, it is good that, you know, that path through the Lost Woods or whatever, you know, I don't think I used those first couple of playthroughs. I don't think I used that shortcut much, or the shortcut that you know, there's one to get you to, of course, there's one to get to Zora's Domain as well, or like, yeah, that area, the Zora River, right? Yeah. Bump, bump. Oh, yeah. You got this, Rhizone. There's a, so you're down there, huh? And there's a button, there's a certain button on the floor. Have you found that? That will light up a torch. And then there's something you're going to need to do with that fire. And depending on which part of yeah, I guess if you're on the other side of the, yeah, of that like divide or whatever, then, you know, yeah, you'll need to like burn the web that's on the ground, but yeah. Okay, cool. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. I am the Nintendo Hotline. Yes. All right, that'll be, let's see. What would be the modern day, you know, $5 a minute, you know, we'll see. No, hey, you're here chatting with us. Yeah, I can tell, you know, You're doing a good job of chatting at the very least. You haven't missed a step with that. So I imagine that, yeah, you got your head in both places. So you got your work cut out for you, man. I didn't notice. I kept forgetting you were playing. Well, hey, thank you guys for hanging. That's going to wrap it up for part 1.5. It's in the books. We'll call Thursday stream part 2. The part 2 that should have been today. That's okay. Thank you guys for hanging. I'm glad you guys were here. I'm going to have to skip a collage. I'll do just something very short for you. I want to get some new elements. All the stuff I have for the collage is stuff that I gathered back for, you know, when we played the Oracle games. But yeah, it can come. That'll come in time. So, all right. Let's hit the schedule. Thank you guys for hanging. If you're on YouTube and you haven't done so already, could you please... Por favor, please hit the like button, and you should subscribe if you haven't done so already. You know, there's a lot of crap out there, and hopefully if you do that, that'll help cut through the crap. That's a terrible metaphor. I don't like that. Anyway, I'm glad you guys are here. Thanks for hanging. Happy Tuesday. I'm off tomorrow, but I'll be back Thursday and Friday. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Let's hang out on Thursday, and yeah. Pick up where we left off going into Goron City and the Dongo's Cavern. We might be able to get into Jabu Jabu's belly too. We'll see. All right, guys. I'll see you next time. Oh, I almost forgot. Sorry. Let me take 1 second. Who's streaming? Forgot to check that. Bum bum bum. We can go, let's see. I might drop into... let's drop into MK. We haven't been able to visit him in a little while. Let's do that. Unless he's wrapping things up. I think he's still at it. All right, we'll go pop into MK. And if that falls through, I'll see if we can find somebody else. Thank you guys for hanging. Have a good week. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye-bye.
I'm exhausted. I've run out of things to say.
Good day, sir.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, friends.
Good night, everybody. Thanks a lot.